Peter Lan was an Estonian man who took pride in his nails. If you were to ask him when did he stop cutting them, he'd struggle to give you an answer. The nails were eternal. They've been a part of him forever. They are him. Using his skills, Peter built a bed to accommodate for his peculiar situation with 2 hand-shaped pillows extending on either side of the mattress. Before that, he'd have some pretty rough nights where his nails, being as long as they were, would cut into his skin. Ouch. In 2013, his doctor told him that the time had come. If the nails were to grow any further, a dangerous fungus could develop underneath them, putting his 10 fingers at risk. He'd have to contact Guinness and cut them immediately afterwards. And so he did just that. Called Guinness right up. They sent a guy who was like, hey, that's good nails right there. He cut the nails, went to buy the 2014 edition of the Guinness World Records book, only to find out that his story wasn't significant enough. His spot was taken by Robert Downey Jr., who won, guy who had the most people sign his birthday card. 5,339 signatures, an achievement that he technically didn't even partake in. Peter died that very night. He passed away of a broken heart. Now, to keep my journalistic integrity intact, I should probably point out that almost everything of what I just said was a lie. Not all of it, of course. Robert Downey Jr. did win that weird made-up award that could be very easily gamed. He got the card from China, the country. The previous record holder was Churchill Insurances, the insurance company. And while Peter Lan is a fake made-up person that only exists in my wonderful imagination, his story is very much real. There are countless record seekers like him who have dedicated their lives, who have spent years upon years to try and make their bodies do some really weird things, only for time and time again to have to fight for the spotlight against figures like Robert Downey Jr., China, Churchill Insurances, and YouTubers who want to have a slightly more dramatic opening to their videos. A lot of people see Guinness as the ultimate authority on record-breaking achievements. They definitely see themselves as that because on their website it says, Guinness World Records, the ultimate authority on record-breaking achievements. And I've always believed that. As a kid, I was obsessed. I had the 2006, 7, and 8 editions. Yes, even the one with the thing in the middle that kind of looks like a mirror. Absolutely awesome stuff. It's actually part of what got me to get a library card. I used to love to sit there and read the old editions from the 90s and the 80s. I had so much respect for those pages. And I have so much respect for your style. Where'd you get all these clothes from? Oh, all of these things? Oh, it's from Cool Shirts. They're sponsoring me today. Show me everything. I love it. Well, you see, Mr. Sun, they got bright and colorful designs for someone like me. They got tummy hurts over here, which I can definitely relate to because I think I have a medical thing that I need to speak to a doctor about. And dark and gothic designs for when I become evil Pinely. All made with really high quality material. They put attention into every single detail over here, every little button. And all that jewelry that you're wearing, is that also? Yep, all Cool Shirts, baby. I got it all in this really sick packaging. Look at all the details on this ring. Absolutely love that. They got the treasure chain, which you can open up and put little knickknacks in. This bracelet says death on it, which is kind of relatable because we're all gonna die at some point. And I just like this one, little demon guy over here. Looks cool. All of them are adjustable, of course. Cool Shirts has been a big supporter of making me look like I know what I'm doing style-wise and of this channel. So if you want to get whatever I'm wearing today, go to shirts.cool/Pinely for a 10% discount on your order. Helps me out a lot and it's really good clothes. I love you, Cool Shirts. Now, it doesn't escape me that even back when I was a kid, these books were an incredibly commercialized product. From the beginning even. As some of you may know, Guinness was started by Guinness Brewery, the brewery company, as a way to solve fact-related arguments in pubs. The original copies were either laminated or made with glassine paper to protect the books from Guinness's other product. But to me, there was something almost holy about these books. They're the essence of humanity in a way. Here is the most of what we can do in every field, numbered. This is the furthest we've come, and Guinness had the final say on that. Here is Queen Elizabeth holding a Guinness World Record. Look at how happy she is. So what changed? Well, I don't know if you've heard about this, but the internet is a pretty big deal right now. A lot of Guinness's prestige came from being the ultimate place to learn about record-related facts. A job that my phone now has. If I want to stay up to date about who's the tallest guy right now, I'm not gonna go out and buy a book every year like some sort of weirdo. I'm just gonna look it up on my phone every day, like how a normal person does. Nope, still not me. According to a few articles I've read, Guinness's sales have significantly declined in the internet age. I couldn't really find any exact numbers, but the biggest indication of that is probably from Guinness's own timeline of achievements from their website. At first, we are bombarded with information about all the numbers of books that they've sold. In 1955, they sold 187,000 books. In 1964, they sold 1 million books. 1966, 1.5 copies printed, and then in 2003, 100 million copies of Guinness World Records were sold in total. And then they just kind of start mentioning it less and less. Instead, we start getting facts about how they reached 10 million followers on TikTok, how they reached 20 million followers on Facebook, and how they reached 5 million subscribers on Snapchat Discover. 5 million subscribers on Snapchat Discover may not seem like that big of a deal, but guess what? That doesn't really matter right now. Remember all that prestige and legitimacy that I told you about earlier? Well, that might not be a physical product, but with enough creativity and imagination, anything can be a product. So I want to present to you Guinness's new plan for making loads of money, post-internet edition. So, this is a fascinating article by Vox. Guinness World Records is no longer just a book company, it's a branded experience. Essentially, as the internet rose and book sales declined, Guinness World Records started diversifying their business. As it says here, today Guinness World Records doesn't make all of its money off selling record books. Instead, a big chunk of its business comes from helping companies invent and break new records to get publicity. They started delving into areas like consulting services, which in 2013, a decade ago, made up 20% of the company's revenue. Guinness is essentially a native advertising firm now, seamlessly mingling content with marketing. And it's pretty good at it. Guinness's marketing power is not a byproduct by any means. It's an integral part of their business plan. And if in 2013 they were making 20% off of that, I'd assume that at this point it's probably more. They plainly just say it on their website. I didn't have to uncover anything over here. They have a whole tab called Business Solutions. Product and company records. Product performance records can be measured by a single superlative and are awarded to brands whose product or service is the fastest, biggest, smallest, or even the lightest. For example, strongest duct tape. This authentic and globally recognized seal of approval is perfect for promoting or highlighting a specific product feature or performance, helping customers to make well-informed purchase decisions, creating maximum impact on product packaging or marketing material. The language here is very important. Notice how there isn't any discussion about some sort of burden of proof. The record in itself here is not very important. The goal is marketing and marketing alone. As the Vox article says, that's the reason Guinness is working so hard to be more than a book company. It has a lot of competition to get eyeballs, not just buyers, because eventually, that last book will fall. Hey, let's click on this big green button over here, that's always fun, and figure out what record suits me best. Okay, so it says here, what do you want your record to achieve? I can either do it to achieve anniversary or celebration, consumer engagement, content creation, and on the other end of that, social responsibility. That's okay. I put in content creation because I can't lie. They call me Honest Pinely because I don't lie. That's what I'm known for around the world, actually. So here's something pretty interesting. When filling up all your record details, here are all the things that you have to put in. The things with the little dot next to it. You gotta put in, what's your objective? Do you wanna change the world or do you wanna create content? You gotta put your name, fair enough, number of employees. The only thing you don't have to fill in, the least crucial piece of information in this page called record details, are the details of your record. Incredible. I submitted this. Apparently, I made their day, so that's good to know. We'll get back to this later. I'm actually going to have a little title card with the word later on it in reference to what I just said. So please remember that, or else it's not going to be as funny. To get up to date with what the youth are reading nowadays, I actually went out to a store and I bought the current Guinness World Record book, the 2024 edition. The cover is, I mean, I think it's pretty decent. It's not as good as the one I had with the big mirror in the middle where you can actually see anything. It wasn't a real mirror, but going through this, I gotta say, this is really not that different from how I remember this from like 16 years ago? Jesus, has it really been that long? Okay, well, let's not dwell on the passage of time too much. Yeah, I mean, design-wise, this is pretty much exactly how I remember it. It seems like they didn't really get the memo and the whole minimalist trend, which I'm a fan of, you know? It seems like every page here is just packed with information. Did you know that this fish exists? Did you even realize that this was a fish when you saw this? It's really interesting to see how they kind of utilize the real estate in this book. Who gets more of a page, who gets less. Like over here, oldest person in the world. Maria Branyas Morera, 116 years old. She got like a little tiny little square. Wim Hof, on the other hand, 2 whole pages dedicated to this terrifying expression that he's doing. And you know, no offense to Mr. Hoff, but Maria over here had to witness every single person that was around when she was born die. So maybe we can give her a slightly bigger square, if that's possible. One thing that's definitely different from when I was a kid is the inclusion of influencers. That's a new thing. Look, Mr. Beast's veggie burger has gotten 2 whole pages here that he used to promote his now defunct fast food chain. May it rest in peace. From what I remember, it took Guinness a little while at first to start acknowledging that, like, YouTubers are a thing, but when they started doing it, they went absolutely bananas with it, especially with Minecraft YouTubers. If you were a Minecraft YouTuber back when they started doing this thing, you'd probably get an award for breathing. Oh yeah, this is very impressive. Fastest person to walk in a circle 3 times and then jump twice. Here's your award, little guy. I only feel comfortable saying this because the YouTuber CPK is a dear friend of mine who I very much adore. But Callum, I actually think that the award they gave you is kind of bullshit. And you have nothing to be proud of in that regard. YouTuber Callum Knight, aka CPK, is a knight by name, but also because of but also became king of the castle by achieving the fastest time to build a castle in Minecraft Creative Mode, PC Edition. No one cares, man. That's why they put you in the Gamers Edition and not the real book. So what is the secret to Callum's success? Oh, you know, there's no real secret. It's about working hard. There's no quick path, really. Enjoy it, but keep doing the important things like work and school, and hopefully it goes somewhere. Yeah, whatever. How about you go enjoy domestic bliss with your wife, you dweeb? Your title was taken by a literal child. A record that I became very curious about was most prolific Minecraft video creator on YouTube. What does that mean? YouTuber Good Builderfist might not have the biggest viewing audience, even though his videos haven't been watched more than 141 million times. But he's unquestionably the most prolific creator of Minecraft videos. As of 20th of March 2017, Good Builderfist has uploaded 6,171 original videos to his channel. In comparison, his nearest rival had uploaded 5,417. Now, I was really fascinated by this, about this, you know, process in general, because when you go to Good's channel, which now has nearly 10,000 videos, you'll see that he has a lot of videos where, you know, he does things that have nothing to do with Minecraft. So what was the process here? Can you essentially, like, post just, like, 5,000 1-second videos and you're gonna win an award for that? What did they count? How does this whole thing work? I had to know. So I contacted the guy and...
I got contacted yesterday from someone saying they want to interview about my world record, and I'm like, what the f are you? I was like, I don't have one of those.
Don't say that, you say yes. What?
Well, here's the thing. I'm like, I don't have one of those, and then they sent me a link to the Guinness website where, since apparently 2017, I've
the record?
Most prolific Minecraft content creator.
He didn't even know he had it. They never even contact the guy, which is really frustrating, but it kind of goes to show that in the same way that brands have a lot to benefit from working with Guinness, Guinness can get a lot of exposure from, you know, attaching Minecraft YouTubers to their name by making kids figure out that books are a thing. Obviously, there are still a lot of your more classic sort of records here with incredible human achievements. Without those people, Guinness would not have the kind of reputation that it does. They are what makes this book officially amazing. And so that raises the question, how does Guinness make money off of them? Well, if you look into it, the application process to get a record seems to be a bureaucratic nightmare. And in the 16 years that have passed since I last bought a Guinness book, I've learned that this is usually by design. It's by design because, I mean, Guinness gets a lot of applications on a very routine basis, but also because they can kind of make money off of that. So here's how it works. If you want to submit an application for an existing record, that's actually free. You're not going to have to pay any money. And if you want to submit an application for a new title, well, that's going to cost you an admin fee of $5. Still perfectly reasonable in my opinion. Here's the thing. If you want to go down this free path, you're going to have to wait 12 weeks for them to get back to you. Not get back to you about whether your record has, you know, won, but just get back to you about what are your next steps in this situation. After that, you can send your video evidence, leading to another 12-week break, marking a nearly 6-month-long wait time in total. During that half a year, you've given your competitors plenty of time to set new records, and if you want to beat those, well, you're gonna have to wait another 6 months. Every single time. So, if you don't want to die of old age before setting your record, you can actually pay to skip the queue. As it says on the Guinness website, if you choose the priority application service, Guinness World Records will respond to you within 5 working days, as opposed to the usual 12 weeks. How much is that going to cost you? Well, the priority application service is going to cost about $1,000, which is a bit of a step up from the regular fee, which is $0. But don't forget, the price does not include priority evidence review. If you purchase this product, you will have to wait up to another 12 weeks to find out if you got the record. To get an answer within 5 working days on that, you'll need to purchase priority evidence review after your attempt. Yeah, if you want them to actually look at what you've done, well, you're gonna have to pay them another $650. But don't forget, this is a good solution if you've got a short deadline to hit and aren't planning to use your record attempt to promote a specific commercial business, product, or service. This route doesn't include official logo licensing or an adjudicator. If that's what you're after, it's not too late to change. Yeah, throwback to last year when Guinness started copyright striking YouTubers who used their logo. That definitely didn't scare me when making this video, when making the title and thumbnail for this. Absolutely not. Also, if you want a Guinness representative to actually be with you either via call or in person, for that privilege, you're gonna have to pay around $7,500. So, it's really worth it. Oh, just got an email. We've reached later. Thank you for your interest in attempting an official Guinness World Records title. You're welcome. We've received your inquiry regarding our fee-based services, and you're one step closer to becoming officially amazing. Our consultancy team is ready to help you with our custom record-breaking services, including inviting an adjudicator to your record attempt and a dedicated account manager to support you at every step of your record-breaking journey. Our prices start at 10,500 British pounds. But first, we have a few questions, so, tell us more. I'll be honest, I was a lot more surprised earlier when I actually got this email for real, but since then, I did the whole price breakdown thing, so I'm not as shocked. Also, as it says here, this is just the starting fee. Guinness's services are routinely bought by countries And, you know, I'd be surprised if they pay the same amount. If I was a real YouTuber like Mr. Beast, I'd now pay for this option and take you down this great rabbit hole where I show you how this whole process is done. But since I am honest Pinely, I can't afford this. I should point that out. This is way too much money. And frankly, this option isn't really meant for me or for a regular record seeker. It's meant for companies who want to do a PR campaign or for celebrities who want to find a brand new way to decorate their home. Which leads me to my favorite segment of tonight's show, weird records that are only given to celebrities, companies, and sometimes countries. Please welcome Evil Pinely. Yeah. Hey! Here he goes. Look at this guy. What a crowd we have here for this show tonight. What a beautiful crowd. It took me quite a while to make this thing. It was supposed to look like curtains, but now I'm seeing it on camera for the first time. And it kind of looks like the entrance to an unhealthy butt. That's kind of disappointing, but hey, I'm Evil Pinely. So we're gonna go over all these different records, and then I'm gonna try to attempt to break some of them to show how much easier celebrity records are. I'm aware that that's a bit petty, but hey, I'm Evil Pinely. What a beautiful crowd we got here. So for our first thing, I want you to try and guess which record is the real one and which ones I made up in my little brain as I'm talking right now. Option number A, celebrity with most amount of shirts in his closet. Option B, celebrity who can see the furthest. Option C, celebrity with the most emotional cry. And option B, most trusted celebrity. All right, put your votes in, cast them in the comments right here, right now. I want to see those comments typing it up, and I'm gonna say the answer in 3, 2, 1, and it's D. Yes. Most trusted celebrity, the vaguest one. Now, I have a big problem with this one. Not because of who it was given to. They gave it to James Earl Jones. I can get behind him being the most trusted celebrity. He voiced Mufasa. That's a pretty trustworthy guy. But a world record? How does that even work? A world record, by definition, needs to be recordable. You need to make sure that it is, without question, the most of X thing in the entire world. So how did they measure this thing exactly? In a survey conducted by ePoll, they did a poll. They did a poll. That doesn't count, in my opinion. A poll can give a general idea or estimation of what the public thinks, but it is by no means eligible for a world record kind of situation. Only way in which maybe I'd allow you guys to use a poll is if you asked every single person on planet Earth, which you didn't. I never got asked about this, but screw it, Guinness. If that's where your standards are, I'll do my own poll. Officially amazing my ass. If you click on my link in the description, you can answer my survey, which asks, who do you trust more, Evil Pinely or James Earl Jones? I'm aware that this could backfire. I really am. But please try and answer truthfully. We'll show the results in the next video, but if I win this poll, this will be like a really big day for me. I'll be the world's most trusted celebrity. There are other awards in this bizarre genre. Most infamous male celebrity, which was given to Alex Rodriguez, the baseball player, seemingly at the same time as the James Earl Jones one, which must have been really awkward if they were hanging out at the same time together in the same room. Getting a world record for doing steroids and cheating on your wife with a stripper while your best friend James Earl Jones is apparently the most trusted man on planet Earth. Most trusted brand is also an award that exists. It was given to Amazon, which is an interesting comparison to the James Earl Jones one, because in the first one, they're essentially using James Earl Jones's credibility to help themselves out, but in this case, Amazon is using Guinness's alleged legitimacy to help them out. Like we mentioned earlier, countries like to buy world records as a bit of a flex. As it says in this article by The Guardian, Guinness World Records has faced other criticism since the introduction of the consultancy services. The most serious of these concerned the previous ruler of Turkmenistan, who ruled the country between 2007 and 2022. According to his wishes, the city of Ashgabat sought and broke the record for the highest density of buildings with white marble cladding. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that's impressive, but you're not really competing against anyone here. There are also a lot of records that celebrities keep stealing from each other, one of which is longest music video in the world. The title is currently held by 21 Pilots, who I don't know if I really count that one. Apparently it was like a 200-day long live stream that they did, but all the music videos were fan submitted. So, are the pilots really supposed to be the ones who get the award? Or is it us, the 21 passengers? Before them, it was held by Pharrell Williams for a 24-hour-long music video version of the song Happy. I clicked through the whole thing. It's a pretty impressive project. It's made to look like it's all done in one shot. That said, I can't imagine a worse way to spend 24 hours than to have to listen to Happy on a loop. But the most sought-after celebrity record seems to be this one. Most selfies taken in 3 minutes, which isn't really surprising. It's the ultimate proof of fame. A lot of people want to take a picture with you. Current holder of this is actor Akshay Kumar, who got the award while promoting the movie Selfie. And let me tell you, I watched the video of his record attempt. Nothing, absolutely nothing but respect for him and everyone involved. This is what record breaking is all about. No one here is wasting a second. A brilliantly orchestrated display. In 2017, the record was held by ex-football/soccer player Alan Shearer. So apparently this was done for charity. So I guess I'll hold my breath about how crap of a display this is compared to the work of Akshay Kumar. Ronaldo's failed 2015 attempt maintains the football world's legacy of being really crap at taking selfies in 3 minutes. He unsuccessfully tried to steal the record from Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, who got the record while promoting the movie San Andreas. Now, let me tell you, they definitely paid the $10,000 and then some for this. From what I could gather, I may be wrong. Guinness's database is quite frustrating to go through, so I might be wrong, but it seems like The Rock is the first person to attempt this, meaning they created the record for the promotion of this movie. I mean, it's such a specific record as well. Why 3 minutes? Why not 5? Was that just like the time slot they had during the red carpet? The easiest way to tell if a record was bought is if you go to its page on the Guinness website and like a third of it is dedicated to not talk about the record, but about the movie San Andreas starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The stars of action thriller San Andreas, including Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Alexandra Daddario, Carla Gugino, and director Brad Payton, attended the premiere. Johnson stars as a search and rescue helicopter pilot attempting to save his daughter following a magnitude 9 earthquake in California. The Rock captured this moment of record-breaking glory and shared it with fans on Instagram. Now might be the best time to reveal that, in some way, this entire video is just an elaborate ploy to show you this video of The Rock trying to do this. What you're about to see, both visually and audibly, was not edited or altered by me in any way, shape, or form. This is how it is on the Guinness YouTube channel. Viewer discretion is advised. What the they say that history is written by its victors. But if there's anything I learned today, is that at least a portion of history is written by a beer company. Yes, a lot of these records are incredibly dumb. And when we're all dead and buried, I doubt future generations are really gonna care about the great 3-minute selfie wars. But it is important to acknowledge that Guinness has very successfully capitalized on this part of history. We've given a beer company the final say on that matter. You're only the best at something if they say so. This company has made it so for a price, you can now buy a place in the history books. Or more specifically, this book. Now, there are a few record-breaking companies that have tried to shake the market a little bit to free it from Guinness's tight grasp. And so in the next video, I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole. It is absolutely fascinating. I want to talk about these companies and the main group of people that give them a form of legitimacy. YouTubers who don't want to pay Guinness all that money. So make sure you subscribe for that. From various corners of my room, I appreciate you watching another episode of The Pinely Show.